You're a fucker, John.
All right.
I want every listener to, oh God, John, I fucking hate you.
36. Final Fantasy Tactics. 36.
So here's the thing.
Welcome to the Spindash Retro Gaming Podcast. Prepare yourself for the joy of classic gaming. Fired straight into your delicate little ear holes. Fire away.
So, Nick, how are you? How are you?
Good.
Feeling
just
better
sucks.
now?
Well, what sucks is being quarantined.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's go across. John, you're quarantined.
I am. Negative tests all around, but daycare still wants you out for 10 days from exposure. So, yep. Once we got the negative test, thankfully my mom can still come over and watch the kid because I can't work and jump on calls, and yeah, it was challenging. You guys know that.
So when are you free? When's your sentence over?
Tuesday.
All right, so you're Tuesday. Nick, you quarantined. What's your status?
Well, just like John, because kids go to daycare, and daycare has no matter what, even if you get a negative back, you have to quarantine for 10 days.
Yep.
But us as a household, technically or unofficially, depending on Friday's results, tomorrow's results, we'd be done Saturday when we get the results back in.
I say we are free, and in this house, we are free as of tomorrow. So our 10-day will be as of tomorrow. Want to get right into it?
Let's do it.
Bring us in.
Yeah, so no game this week. We figured we would take time to go over our year of 2021 and then talk about some shit we're thinking for 2022. Kind of a recap episode. Before that, though, any pickups?
No.
So the only pickup I have, Nick, is you gave John and I our birthday gifts.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I did.
Yeah.
This whole podcast would be derailed for pickups if it wasn't for you, Nick. You single-handedly saved us from another boring week.
Yeah, your pickups were technically my pickups a week prior.
Pawning off the pickups.
So, Nick, You got me Assassin's Creed 3 for Switch, which that's one I never played. I've played the second one, Death, and I bought the fourth one, and I never did anything with it.
I've honestly never played any of them.
They're pretty good. The two new for our show, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I played the first one. That was it.
Yep.
Nick, you got me Sonic 2. Good game. I'll fire it up when a Genesis gets to my house.
I think you do well with a Genesis, John. I think you need one.
Yeah. Finally make me do my setup with all my consoles.
Well, you've been talking about it for an entire year.
It has been a long time.
We need resolution.
I think I actually have 4 days off coming up where I'm not going to go anywhere. So it might happen.
Do you need help?
I actually crushed the honey-do list too. So
did you?
Yeah, I fixed the fridge. I put in a new microwave. I fixed the sink. I think if I can put up the trim on the kitchen cabinets, I think I have carte blanche to do whatever the fuck I want.
Nice.
Yes.
Do you need help?
I mean, if you want to come down and like video game with me at some point. We did have fun last week there.
Oh, by the way, I need to retrieve some stuff from you.
What'd you forget now?
Two of my... So I actually went on... I know we're jumping off there from pickups, but I actually got to do a deep cleaning of the television.
All right.
At Lowe's, I got some electronic cleaner that's made for vehicles and probably actual big circuit boards, but I used it on my television and I scrubbed that bitch down
Did it fire up?
Well, it fired up, it turned on, but I had no cords to see if it worked on the
You
TV.
got your fucking cords here.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Dude, you forget everything at everyone's house. It is amazing.
Yep.
Actually, so I didn't forget my cords. Actually, I willingly sacrificed.
you plugged it
I was
into
like-
the TV.
And I was like, your father-in-law was up, so I'm like, I'm not going back in there. And I was like, I'm tired. I want to get home. So I forgot them. Then I started cleaning it. And then I'm like, oh, I got it all finished. Let's fire this up. And then I'm like, fuck, I forgot. I left all the shit at John's. God damn it.
We should have a hypnotist on, so they could train you to stop forgetting things, and they could train Dan to stop spilling a drink every time we go somewhere.
It's just that nature. It's Nick's nature.
There's something stupid that Matt and I do too. It hasn't dawned on me yet. Nobody's called me out on it, other than I get blackout drunk when I shouldn't.
True. I usually
Fucking
fall
mute
asleep
kid.
with Matt and I start drinking just together, and he just keeps on talking. Matt just talks when he gets drunk,
He is
even if you're not paying
chatty.
attention.
Yeah, I talk. Nick is unconscious, and I apparently just kept talking to him.
Yeah, you do get chatty when you're drunk. It's good though.
I just remember waking up and like coming out and like, and you're just going on and going on. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I've been snoring probably this whole time as well, and you just kept on going.
I do like to talk.
I don't remember what it was. I know what we were watching that night too. It was funny.
Well, I know we played some Mario Kart.
We played Mario Kart, and then we watched what the fuck was it? Trolls 2?
Ah,
Troll
yes.
2, man.
I'm due for another round. That and The Room are like two of my favorite shit movies. They're so bad they're good.
What about The House?
The House. I haven't seen The House.
Nick, that's Nick's. Yeah. It's
Yeah?
not as widely known, but it's fucking weird.
We'll have to do that. We'll plan a night where we can watch. There's a couple of them. There's House and House 2, and I think there's a third and fourth one.
You guys can watch mine.
Ugh,
Pretty
what?
easily
Which is-
accessible.
Which is what?
The Great Ewok Adventure.
I've never seen that.
It's on Disney Plus.
Oh,
Is a Star Wars Christmas special on Disney Plus, or do they
No.
burn that?
Nope.
They burned that, but they made a Lego knockoff version of it.
That's dumb. Give us the original with friggin'
They
Jefferson's
won't, dude.
Starship and Chewbacca's like
yes,
like-
his horny
it's like-
grandpa.
his deformed son.
Wasn't his grandpa watching like the space porn or something?
I don't know. Isn't the name's like Grumpy or Frumpy or some stupid ass name? Lumpy. His kid's name is Lumpy.
Oh man, no, they would not put that on Disney Plus. But the Ewok Adventure and the Battle for Endor, which was like a double feature that I had on VHS, and that's the one that Wilford Brimley's in.
Infinitely better than the sequel trilogy. I would guarantee it. Because the Christmas special was.
Oh God.
Like, if you said you want to watch episode 9 of the Christmas special, sign me up for the Christmas special over and
Oh.
over and over. Shoot that in my veins because fucking 9 is trash.
That's Matt's thing, Nick, is he hates on Star Wars.
so bad. It's so funny.
What's your favorite series? Star Wars. How many of the movies do you like? 3. How many are there? Like 50. Okay, so why do you like it?
You'd be like that guy. What was that in Clerks 2 where he makes him barf because he shits on Lord of the Rings so much? That's you, both Star Wars.
It was
Randall.
Randolph.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking A. So before we get into it, you guys been playing any games? Because, we got some pickups, but have you guys been playing anything? Because this is a non-game week, so I figured I'd ask,
Yeah.
Gee, I beat Mario 3 last night.
Nice.
Did a speed run through it.
Are you a whistle guy or are you an anti-whistle guy?
I went whistle.
Yeah, you seem like the type.
Yeah, I went whistle just to see how fast I do it. And I've been playing a lot of Tetris 99.
I've not touched that. You like it?
It's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I can crank out. I did that, and I did also Pac-Man 99.
What's the 99?
You literally verse 99 other people or 98 other people.
Huh.
So you have to by completing, gathering, like in the case of what is it? In Tetris 99, if you complete so much rows, you can either attack or help it defend and block against other people, and you win by being the last person standing in a sense.
Nice.
Same with Pac-Man. You just go around, do it quick, gather goes, get points, stuff like that. I only played Pac-Man 99 like once or twice.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah. I'm trying to think if I played any other games. Oh, I mean, I revisited Pokemon Sword, but you guys don't like me to talk about that, so.
John's frothing over there.
I've been shiny hunting.
John, have you played anything, or have you been on a game hiatus?
Well, we played like 40 minutes of Diablo 3 a couple nights ago.
You actually played?
Yeah, I played Diablo 3 with you guys. We were all on a call.
Was that more than a couple? Oh, it was.
Time's irrelevant.
Whatever. And then I played Mario Odyssey, and that has been it.
Wow.
How was that Mario Odyssey?
I'm slow. It's good. It's fun. I play it with a kid, and I let him think he's doing it, so buys me some time, and he's not just staring at the television. So we'll phase in some video games. We've been testing a few. We'll keep at it this winter. See what he can handle. Attention span wise, yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, total attention span's pretty low. You guys know that.
Well, Liv, I mean, she's 5, and she doesn't get the concept of controls. And I don't know if that's more on my part, or I can't. I just don't know how to properly teach her on the control. Like, no, you need to press both buttons because she's so used to just using a tablet and just tapping the screen that I don't think she gets how the function of a controller works.
Yeah,
that's like Charlotte. We'll come in here and we'll play games at night after Cam goes to bed, and she'll know to hit buttons, and she'll know she has to do something with the D-pad, but she cannot do them at the same time.
Yeah, that's exactly what Liv is.
Yep. We've been playing Bubble Bobble. She loves Bubble Bobble, and it's like a challenge for me to see if I can save her before the things run into her. So it's that extra level of, can I get her through this? So I found out. Okay, so I found out that there's a game called Bubble Symphony, which is basically Bubble Bobble 2. We could spend a whole episode going over the naming convention of Bubble Bobble. It makes no fucking sense.
Right.
But there's a version of it on Xbox. I was like, she likes Bubble Bobble. We'll get the second one. She'll love that. So I go and I put an Xbox controller in her hand. I'm like, we're going to play this. And we tried playing another game. She hates the controller. So I bought, it would be on my pickup list the next time. I bought a second controller just so I could play Bubble Bobble 2 with her, and she hates the controller, won't play it. So there's that.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yep. But get this. She'll play Sonic Adventure on Dreamcast. That's the other game we've been playing at night.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah. She's not good at it. She hates the Xbox controller, but is okay with the Dreamcast controller. Can someone please explain that to me?
Yeah, that's odd. It's skinnier, maybe?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the controller, so Dreamcast does fit the hands pretty. They do have a pretty good ergonomic on the controller, if I remember correctly. Like on the sides.
It's okay.
I think horrible.
I enjoy it. I can see people having problems.
I think I liked it because I have massive hands.
Yeah.
That fit my hands perfectly.
Yep.
But still weird that your daughter's like, yeah, I like this controller better.
Dude, she loves Sonic. That's her jam right now. Is come in here.
Girl after my heart.
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. That is her game.
Man, I haven't played that in so long.
We should add it to the list, my friend. Yeah. Add it to the list next year. As soon as you guys get your Dreamcasts or get your Dreamcast emulators up and running.
I think my goal is to do what you've been doing, Matt, is upgrade the consoles to have a easily playable library.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because collecting is too expensive.
Some of the prices and it frees you up too. So like if I ever find a game on something that I've got, like I don't need this right now, I can buy it, when the price is good. I can still play it whenever I want, but if I want to collect it, I can get it. So,
well, John, you have what? How many Dreamcast? 5?
Close.
So
2, but they're not the easily hackable one. I don't know, better word here. So I could do some research, I guess, once I get this set up. I have to figure out how to justify one of those really good HDMI to RCA converters.
If you could put the money into it, I hear good things about the Retro Tink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's what I hear. That is the shit right now.
My whole grand plan of having the CRT behind the flat screen didn't pan out because, yeah. So I don't really want to keep the CRT that weighs 90 pounds in the guest room and have it fall on somebody someday. So I got to figure out something else, but we'll work on that. Yeah, we'll see. I think that's my goal, is be a little bit more open to games. I'm kind of a stick in the mud. I just can't get over that cringe factor of anime.
So let's talk about that, because I have a challenge. I'm going to issue a challenge for you both for 2022, and I'm hoping that you will issue a similar challenge back to me. So my challenge is this, John. In 2022, you have to pick a PlayStation 1 game. And Nick, you have to pick a game from the Xbox PS2 GameCube era. Those are my challenge. Issued and challenges. You can throw it right back at me, but John, you especially need to pick a PS1 game.
That's doable.
So going through the list, what I did is I did some Excel magic today.
Oh.
And I looked at what I essentially did was I went through our listing of games that we played so far. And what I kind of added up is like where the game was originally intended to run on. What's it known for? So like Mario World, yes, a version of that was on Game Boy Advance, but we all know it as a Super Nintendo game. Resident Evil, yes, I think there was a PC port, but really PS1 Saturn. Star Wars Racer, N64 Dreamcast. So I went through and just kind of totaled things up. As it currently stands right now, 26% of our picks are Super Nintendo. 15% of our picks are Genesis.
Blech.
And then going down the list, yeah. So as far as generations go, we're weak on that on the later generation, on the tail end. You can definitely tell we're attracted to Genesis and Super Nintendo.
Well, we're playing our childhood. That's why.
Yep.
We're literally playing our, between the ages of 6 and 10, 11 maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, so I got one for you then, Matt.
All right, let's hear it.
You have to pick a game from the Neo Geo.
Fuck. Okay. Challenge accepted. I'm gonna write these down so we don't forget this. So John, PS1, Nick, Xbox, PS2, GameCube. I'll even allow Dreamcast. I'll count that for that era. And then I'm on the Neo Geo.
I already picked mine for us, so.
Tarzan?
No, it's actually. I mean, I played on the Dreamcast, so I think it ended up coming out on the PS1 to PS2. I think it was PS1 it came out on as well, but I already have it picked out.
Okay. Watching John try to pick a PS1 game is going to be entertaining.
This is going to take
so
a while.
It has such a great library.
It's a fantastic library. John hates it.
It's a very large library, too.
Hate's a strong word. All right. In the back of my mind, this episode, I'm going to try to come up with something for you guys, since the challenge is being thrown around here.
This excites me, John. This really excites me.
I'm going to issue another challenge on myself for John. Nick, you know of this already. I'm going to pick a very cringy anime game for John to play.
Persona.
Don't think I won't. Don't think I won't.
That is
I've thrown around making him play Shin Megami Tensei. I've thrown around that quite a bit. So I'm going to make that challenge. Matt to make John play anime game.
Like someone's dying in 2022.
Yeah. Man, we're starting off the year strong.
I'm going to have to dig up like some eBay game that's bullshit and just send it to you guys.
Ooh, I have a challenge.
Okay.
We each have to pick a game and order a physical copy. We'll have to keep it within a budget of, we'll say, no more than $20. And we just order either off eBay or whatever we can find and just have it sent to the person's house. No questions, no notes, nothing.
So we pick for somebody else?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. That's kind of in tune with what I was thinking.
All right.
Yeah.
Or if we find something there, we just literally find a swap meet, whatever you find it, you just pick it up, put it in a box, deliver it, and that is going to be the next game that we have to play.
So here's my question on that, though. So, like, let's say you pick a Genesis game, but John doesn't have a Genesis.
Keep in mind
something we all have.
Keep in mind of something that we know all have or have the ability to play. Be it so, like, I could technically play GameCube games. All I have to do is get a GameCube controller. So if you or John found a GameCube game, like, we're playing this. You send it my way, and that has to be the game.
Okay, I'm on board with that. So we're all three doing that. That's something for all. So that's 3 episodes worth.
Yep, just had something that we had to complete by the end of 2022.
Okay, I'm excited for that. And you know what? Our time's going to be crunched on that a little bit because my 2 picks that were already in the works, and then John's in the upcoming episode is two things in the works. So, all right. What else?
I feel like I'm a movie buff. I know actors and all that stuff quite well. So I think I have to play on that, where I pick a game and we watch the movie and we compare the two.
All right. So, John.
That's just my first idea off the top of my head.
Tie-in.
Looks like we're playing Sonic the Hedgehog again and watching Sonic the movie.
Don't think you'll get off that easy.
No.
Actually, you know what, John? I just gave you Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and I don't think we actually played that one through. Did we?
We played 2. Yeah.
We did play 2? I forgot. Shit.
We played it this year. That was Nick. That was one of your strongest picks this year.
Oh, shoot. Was he drunk?
No.
I love how you have to be drunk to pick a good game.
No, right? No. Was it drunk when we recorded?
Oh, probably. We're drunk every time we record.
Nick, don't forget the other game you also gave me.
Which one was that? I forget a lot of things.
Lies for Game Boy.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, yeah.
That movie would be way better than the game, I'm sure.
It's actually a really good movie.
Yeah.
Are we thinking the same game? Game?
True Lies?
Yeah. Great movie.
Schwarzenegger, man. All right. What's next? What do we got?
All right, so we haven't shit on each other's listing. That was one thing that John and I were talking about, Nick, before you jumped on, was I have the final list, the ranking at the end of 2021, and want to get your thoughts on it. And I didn't mention where Maximum Carnage fell last week because I had technical difficulties. So here's the list. Are you ready for the ranking as it currently stands? Mario World, number 1. Zelda Link's Awakening, 2. Super Metroid 3, Beyond Good and Evil number 4, Donkey Kong Country 5, Sonic 2, the game that Nick forgets, is number 6, Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance 7, Mother 3 8, Cave Story 9, Final Fantasy Tactics 10, Terranigma 11, Resident Evil 12, Diablo 13, Star Fox 14, Warcraft 2 15, ActRaiser 16, Ninja Gaiden 17, Pokemon Crystal 18. Shit, there's a lot in this list. We played a lot of fucking games. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer 19, Aladdin for Super Nintendo 20, Crystalis 21, Sonic 1 22, Mega Bomberman 23, Star Tropics 24, Crusader Ascending 25, Aladdin Genesis 26, Silhouette Mirage 27, Maximum Carnage 28, Nights into Dreams 29, Quackshot 30, Star Fox 2 31, Space Station Silicon Valley 32, Battle of Olympus, you guys are wrong, but 33, Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
That's 34. I think you're naming some stuff that's on 20 earlier years too, or 2020 year.
Naming it all as it stands. TMNT 2 35, Crystal Warriors 36, Clock Tower 37, Claymates Nicholas 38. And of course, shall we not forget Body Harvest at 39.
I like it.
So close with Body Harvest.
So what do you guys think of our rankings? How do you think we've done? Any standouts?
Almost. I think there's a couple that should be a little bit higher.
Okay. All right.
Just me. I think Pokemon Crystal definitely should be a little bit higher on that list.
What does it pass?
It's weird. It's weird that Beyond Good and Evil is so high. Like, it was a good game, but it's weird having it so high, I guess.
I think we were just shocked. I think there was a shock factor in that we picked a game we didn't know anything about, and we went in and it blew our expectations.
Like, besides that one, like, the other ones seem pretty right on target.
What I was going to ask you is, what did you think
during our grow up?
What did you think of Final Fantasy Tactics being where it was? That
definitely needs to be higher. Definitely.
So Nick,
I could bump that up one spot to 9.
John is the one that's dragging that one down so hard.
It was number 9 on my list. It was number 1 on yours. So in order to counteract that, John put Final Fantasy Tactics. Where the fuck did John put it at his 36th spot? It was below Battle of Olympus and above Body Harvest. Let that sink in, what John has done to your game.
You're a fucker, John.
All right.
I hope I want every listener to, oh, God, John, I fucking hate you.
36. Final Fantasy Tactics. 36.
So here's the thing. That type of game, this and Crystal Warriors, I cannot fucking stand. I think it's because you spend a long time and not much happens.
Oh, so much happens, Sean. So much happens.
You have to hit A 16 fucking times to swing a sword.
John. Well, if you're hitting A on a PlayStation game, you're playing it on with a controller.
Don't semantics aside here. Dingus. Okay. I have a compromise for you. I will clear my mind. I think there's a lot going on up there this past year. So I will have
Christ.
I will find the right mind frame to play this type of game.
Oh, so that's an open welcoming of please throw all the strategy RPGs we can at John over the course of the year.
I mean, I already got a couple lined up anyways. You
guys
are
not going to play Final Fantasy Tactics 2.0. Fuck that shit.
Oh, you're so hard, John. You're going to love it.
I think it was also because I bought it on my phone and it would take playing on my phone sucked. I'll admit that.
Well, you asked for that. You asked for that.
I did. So we'll
I played
fix
the game
that
on
a
the
little
phone.
bit.
I played it on the phone and I played it on the freaking.
Well, you just have
You
a giant
also
boner
played
from
it
it
for,
because
like- You played it for 3 months. You had that game. That was your shitting game for months.
Oh,
We weren't.
such a great-
We weren't
that's not a
granted
shitting
a
game.
that.
shitting game. we all played Clash of Clans, and Nick was just playing Final Fantasy Tactics.
He had the long game.
Yep. I'll be better, Nicholas. I'm 22 as a new me. I'll be more open
All right.
to strategy RPGs. I'm still gonna swing for the fences and strike out a lot. I'd like to think so. Super Mario World was not an individual pick, right? That was like a group. Like, let's start off with this one. We all kind of agreed on it.
Yep. Oh, I was completely taking credit for that, without question.
You are.
I don't know if it's right or wrong. I just was going to. I mean,
I was going to say
I'm the captain now. You
know? No. I think that was one.
According to Audio Opera, you're the president.
I'm the president. Yes. Oh, I forgot, dude. That was funny as hell.
Yeah.
Well, I think the reason. Well, Matt, you did pick it, but I think what it was like all on our list. It was just who was going to pick it first. It came like who's going to okay, let's chuck this one out. Because that's what it came out to. It was like, okay, we all know we wanted to play that game. Just like, I knew I wanted to play Sonic the Hedgehog 2 or 1.
Yeah, we didn't even play a game after our namesake for the podcast, Spindash, and we went with Mario. I guess that's a good balance.
We tried to the second episode, and then the fucking thing died several times.
Yeah.
I don't miss those days where we lost episodes. Like 50% of our episodes were lost that first year.
That was pretty rough. All right, so we got off track there. If you did not take credit for that, so we'll just say that's a group pick. I have the best and the worst game. Link's Awakening and Body Harvest.
I love how you're writing technicalities to give you what you want. Okay.
I admit Body Harvest was bullshit. I was bummed. I bought that game. That is sitting. I don't want it anymore. Like,
you talked me into buying it, if I recall.
Yeah. Wait, do you guys both have it for the system? I think I got it for the. What did I buy it for? Whatever one of the.
No, you had it on your emulator.
No, I got it
because your emulator kept fucking up. Like, you didn't even get. John and I made it through the first level.
I don't see my car.
No, not the body. My car. Oh no, Beyond Good and Evil is the one I actually ended up buying.
Oh yeah, well, good. You're welcome. I didn't. I think Body Harvest was like $10, so I didn't. It wasn't a big deal.
No, that was.
So I just. That's my claim to fame. I swing big, and I strike out a lot.
I maintain that your Beyond Good and Evil was the most shocking pick of the year, and that's we probably did rank that too high. Although I don't know, I think it's comfortable where it's sitting, but I think I was amazed at how much I enjoyed myself because I didn't think I would.
You didn't know about it.
I think you're right. The shock value on that game.
I scarred you guys.
Superb.
You went in with hesitation because of my last obscure pick.
Well, I think what happened with that game is it held up so well. Like,
well, it's a good story.
Well,
controls were easy. Wasn't that not a lot of learning curve to it?
And I love the world. The world was just nice. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed.
Well, even graphically, it's not a bad game graphically.
Nope.
No.
Like, it held up even on a graphics standpoint.
So I'm going to throw out an odd reference here. You guys, we were talking about Sopranos and Seinfeld and how we've all watched both shows. And there was a Seinfeld episode where they go to the video store a lot and they have the expert picks, right? So like Elaine becomes obsessed with this one guy because, she loves all of his picks. And if we were to have that, John would be obscure gems because he just reads the internet and picks off of that.
Yeah, but I mean, you also delivered us Body Harvest and Clock Tower.
Obscure gems, man. They're not always diamonds. Sometimes they're fucking fool's gold.
Shitty crack topaz.
Yeah. Dude, fool's gold is like being generous.
At least
Just a
Fool's
rock.
Gold was pretty to look at. Body
Just a
Harvest was none of that.
Yeah, just a clump of mud.
I will say on our list, I am mad at you guys for putting Nights into Dreams so low. I would say that is the one I would shit on you guys for.
That had a weird fucking gimmick.
I
dude.
enjoyed the fuck out of that game, and I still do. Like, if I'm drinking, I'll fire that up. I'm like, this is a great game.
You
I
like
can
to
play.
get dizzy when you're drinking.
Maybe that's it.
You want to go to a freaky ass carnival, or you just have such fucked up dreams that this is it makes
It's
sense.
normal.
To you. Is Star Wars Racer? Is that Paul? Are we considering that Paul?
That was the Paul episode. And
Yeah.
Paul will never come back because it was such a traumatic experience.
Oh man.
We survived. We got our audio tracks out of it, but it was like, Paul, I got 24 hours. Get your file.
I'm shocked that Crusader of Senti is lower than Crystallis.
You know, I kind of am too.
Yeah,
Whose fault is that? Probably
probably
mine.
me.
I think that might be both of us.
Yeah.
All right, where's Senti? It's not me. I had
Me?
it higher up. Nick, you put Senti. Why is that? Where'd John put it? It's John's fault.
What?
Ooh.
Yeah, Crystallis, John, you put on the lower end. Like,
Yeah,
you
I
had
didn't like
between-
it.
Oh.
I wanted Senti higher than Crystallis. That's what I'm saying. Like that's surprising.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I think Nick enjoyed Crystallis. I know I did.
It was all right, but I'm thinking Senti's better.
Really?
That's all. Yeah.
Mm.
Interesting. Nick, I think you blew your wad early.
Oh,
'Cause
I'm not, don't worry. I'm gaining up for 2022.
Nick
Round
drops
two's
Chrono.
coming.
He drops Chrono Trigger, and we all just walk away like, yeah, big dicks on the table now.
So something I do want to do at the end of this episode, I do want to list our picks that we want to drop, but only 4.
I don't even think I have 2.
I got 4. I got 10 right on top of my head right now.
Jesus Christ! Well, you're gonna have to dial that back because you're gonna lose a couple of them, unless one of your picks is a PS2, Xbox, GameCube, and unless one of your picks we can get for $20 on eBay.
Right?
It is.
Oh boy. Wait. All right. How many do we get? What we do 2 a month?
We've been doing 2 a month,
Yep.
assuming we release things on schedule.
So 8 games each.
Well,
Yeah.
Nick, show us what you got. Let's hear what you have.
Oh,
We're
we're
gonna
gonna
have to we'll subtract some from it because you figure you're gonna lose your eBay game and you're gonna lose your PS2 unless you count one. I'm curious what you got.
Well, no, because if we're doing I'll do 2. We'll do 2 then. Yeah, 2. Because you think there 12 months, so there's going to be 24 games ultimately that's picked up. Divided by 3,
That's 8.
that's 8. So
I did
I'll
math
say,
early.
I'll do 2. So I'll do 2. One is Soul Reaver, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver.
All right.
So I played that originally on the Dreamcast.
Yeah, that was in every Bull Moose and EB games in like 2002. I remember
And I
seeing
love
that
the
a
hell
bunch.
out of the game. So that one was a good one. And then the next one,
If it begins with a P, I'm gonna come up there and kick you in the ass.
why would it begin with a P, John? John, what are you afraid of, John? It doesn't. But John, it is a game that you're gonna be mad about.
All right. Yep.
Ah.
We are gonna be doing a Final Fantasy Tactics Advance.
Final Fantasy Tactics Advance.
I will give you my other Dreamcast if you pick a game that you haven't played before.
Bold move, Cotton.
If you never utter Tactics again, you can have that Dreamcast. Don't ever say the word Tactics. I don't know in any sentence.
That's impossible. A lifetime challenge. He has to give you back the Dreamcast if he ever says it.
And all this after I said I'd be more amenable to playing strategy RPGs.
Yeah, you're a fucking liar. That's what we learned in 2021.
This, Sean?
I just like challenges and random shit, so I don't know.
I myself will remove Final Fantasy Tactics Advance.
Okay.
You could put a Fire Emblem in there. I just don't want to play fucking Lord of Cheese again.
Fucking A.
I don't see how you have such a great hate for that.
Yeah.
It's so irrational.
It's just like it's.
You want to know why? Because playing on the phone sucked ass when you're trying to pivot them.
You chose that. That was a choice. You could have picked it up and played it on Rory's PS2 and been very fucking happy.
Yeah, probably.
I gave you a copy, right, Matt?
Yes, I would have given it to John.
Well, okay. I'll pick another one. Metal Slug Advance.
Neo
I never played it, but I always loved it.
No, that's a dick move. That's a dick move. You're going to make me pick a Neo Geo game, but I'm not allowed to pick a Metal Slug game because you're going to pick the Game Boy Advance version? That's a dick move. Here, pick a Neo Geo game. It can't be Metal Slug. What an asshole.
That's because it's on the fucking little Pocket Go I gave you, too.
What, the Metal Slug? I just remember I only played it for a little bit because my buddy Colin had it, and it always looked really interesting. Jesus, okay, I'm starting going through some of my games I was going to pick. Now I have to rethink a lot of things.
Yeah. You pick a Neo Geo game, but you can't pick Metal Slug. Fucking A.
I can't do a game that begins with P. And I can't see the other one if I want a Dreamcast. I mean, you're putting me in a tough spot to move from. Okay.
I mean, I thought you had 10 games. We took.
Well, I threw them out the window for a little bit. Oh, okay.
9 of them are Pokemon.
Nope. Actually, I do have one. Donkey Kong 64.
All right, you've mentioned that one before.
Good deal. Okay.
All right, now we're talking. He's warming up.
I dipped my toes in the water with that game, and it was fun.
Donkey Kong 64 and Soul Reaver and Legacy of Kain.
All right.
Can I ask you guys a personal question? And I hope this doesn't upset us.
It cleared up.
Do we think Metal Gear Solid could, in fact, happen in 2022?
It's sitting in the PlayStation 2 behind me right now. So whenever you say go, I'll go. I got it.
No, you won't. Whenever I say go, you'll find an excuse that it can't be done.
No, I'll fucking do it, man. It's right there. I got it.
You actually started playing it.
Well, I've already picked two games that are not Metal Gear Solid, and I intend, as God is my witness, to get to these two fucking games.
Okay, I got one of them. Gemini, right?
Yeah.
Jet Force Gemini. All right, that's good.
All right,
that's good.
Okay, so I will mention those. So hold on, we already know those though. We've already claimed those. It's like John, you've already yelled out KOTOR. So I've mentioned Metal Gear Solid. So what else do I want to play next year? I would want to. I want to get you my copy of Wind Waker, Nick. I want to play Wind Waker next year.
Ooh.
I think it's time we tackle Wind Waker.
I've never played Wind Waker.
That's good.
I don't think I technically I have played a GameCube era Zelda game, but it was also released on the Wii. That's Twilight Princess.
And John shot that down because he's an asshole.
What did I do?
You told me at one point Twilight Princess doesn't count as a retro game because it's on the Wii. And I was like, but it's on the GameCube, which counts. And you're like, no one thinks of it on the GameCube. And I was like, all right.
Yeah.
It is true, though.
Yeah.
Like, if I think about it, I do think of it as a... Because what did the Zelda game actually come out on the Wii?
What's that?
What was the other Zelda game that came out on the Wii?
Oh, Skyward Sword?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and I think it came on the GameCube after the Wii, like a couple days, despite being designed for the GameCube and then duct taped to be on the Wii. So, all right. So obviously Metal Gear Solid I've talked about. I have one on my list. And then what did I just say that I wanted to Wind Waker?
Those are going to be two top picks right there.
I think what I'm going to do with Wind Waker, because Wind Waker is kind of, it's not enough that I can do 2 episodes with. It may be something where I have to pick like a really short game before, and we just say, okay, we're going to play this in the background for the entire month. You know, I don't think we can stretch Wind Waker out for 2 episodes. We did that with Link's Awakening, but we were also extremely drunk and we rambled, and we also repeated ourselves for a second night when Nick came on board. The first night was just John and I being very drunk. All right, John, what do you got? What are you thinking? Not counting KOTOR, you've already announced that. We know we're going to play KOTOR next year.
Yeah. So I want Warcraft 2 did not hold up to my level that I had it at in my head, in my memory. So I'd like another strategy game of some sort. You know?
Another RTS?
Yep. Like Red Alert? Like, what else is an RTS?
Age of Empires.
Ooh.
Age of Empires.
Yeah.
Empires, John. Okay.
Age of Empires. I think it might be the second one. I have it. So I kind of got a lot of PC games later on that I never actually played. Shocking. And Age of Empires 2, I think, is one of those. So I think I'm going to throw that on there.
All right. You got anything else you're feeling? Anything else trickling in the back?
Rogue Squadron for 64.
Oh, bold.
Yeah.
2 Star Wars games in a year, John.
I know.
All right, John, Rogue Squadron. I'm excited.
Yeah,
for
that might
one.
be. I might revive. Yeah. A little Star Wars heavy, isn't it?
I don't
care. Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna have 24 games or something in that year, and we're all gonna make each other play some shit.
Okay. Here we go. One that I heard of and never got and is multi-platform.
Okay.
Is MDK2.
MDK2. Is that a Dreamcast game?
Yep. Dreamcast PC.
Oh, I remember that game when it came out.
I think that's solid because as I'm looking through, like, a lot of these picks are not Super Nintendo and are not Genesis and are not. We have a lot of late games, which I think is nice because I think that was kind of our weakness. Is again we gravitate toward that Super Nintendo.
Yeah, we do.
I'm excited for that.
I was gonna throw in Secret of Evermore in there, but
no, and I would play that. I would say my personal philosophy. You guys can do whatever the fuck you want. I mean, Nick, you could in theory make me play Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, lose your GameCube as a fuck you, and I would have to go along with it. But if I pick a Super Nintendo game next year, I'm gonna make sure it's one that like I want to knock it out of the park. Like maybe we've had a stretch of shitty games. I'm like, fuck it, let's play Yoshi's Island. You know, I'm in the mood for it. It's a good game.
I actually played that not too long ago.
I love it. I appreciate it a lot more as I'm older.
Yeah, you don't mind the screaming kid as much when you have your own.
No, I'm excited for next year. Some of our picks.
You know, I'm surprised within the time frame that we've done this and the games we've played. That, and you said it earlier, that Chrono Trigger 2 has not been picked.
Chrono Trigger.
I mean Chrono Trigger.
I think it's one of those things that's kind of like
It's
you win. You know, you pick Chrono Trigger, you win. Like I'll tell you right now, whoever puts Chrono Trigger, they get the number one pick from me.
Which is going to be better, Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy 3?
Chrono Trigger.
I have a soft spot for 3, but I think if I'm being objective, like I'm just checking off boxes, I got to give it. Chrono Trigger is a flaw. Chrono Trigger, in my opinion, may be the only flawless game. Or one of the few.
It's the one game that through the systems that it's been remade on, each of those games are actually still worth a good chunk. What, the friggin' SNES one is still worth like $150.
Yeah.
And it came out in advance too, I think. Did it come out in advance? DS.
DS. Yep.
And DS, if you buy it on DS, it's still like $200 complete.
Yep.
I'd argue that Halo might be another perfect game.
I would love to see Halo make it on the list next year. I don't know how you'd play it because I don't know if you can get a hold of it.
I played it enough where I know that one by heart, and I can easily. I could just download it on the computer PC.
All right, I would love
because it's on Xbox. It's on the Xbox Live library.
Oh, you can play that on PC.
Yeah, as long as you have Windows, you can play Xbox. That game.
Everybody's
shitting on Halo Infinite, so I'm kind of watching some more Halo videos lately.
Wait, hold on, Nick. Rewind that. Rewind what you just said because I don't understand how that works. So you on your PC can play original Xbox games?
Yes, if it's part of the library, you could buy it.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure. I'm 85% sure. I would check right now, but my PC has literally died, frozen, and I'm looking at a screen, so I'm not touching it. So I'm going to record as long as I can.
Sure, that's fair. I like your strategy. Goals 2022: not have an episode shit the bed on us.
Which kid hit the power cord tonight?
I have the power cord. It's for whatever reason. God loves Zencaster that we used for recording, but it's literally the only program that destroys my computer and locks it up. The only program. And just to give you reference, I was literally playing Diablo 3 at mid settings all last night, and not one problem. Not lagging, nothing.
It's because your internet says it's not the graphics, it's not the processing. It's just your internet is so shitty that when the signal comes in, the thing goes.
I'm looking literally at a black screen with a white top bar.
Oh my god!
Why has this not crashed?
Dear Santa, please give Nick's computer some help.
I need to buy a RAM stick for it. See if that helps it.
Won't hurt it. Unless you solder like I do.
RAM stick?
Solder RAM. I know. I'm teasing.
Oh.
John, are you going to do any soldering in 2022? Do you have any projects? What do you... All right, let's hear it.
Who? Nick or me?
Either one of you. Because I was going to ask a question. What do you guys... Any mods that you guys are thinking on trying in 2022?
I'd like to do a Dreamcast mod. And I'd like to do a Game Boy mod. A Game Boy Color. Or Advance. Something where I could have a Game Boy library downloadable, because I know we'll probably throw one or two in there. We didn't name any yet, but I might throw one in there, because Game Boy. Shoot, what do we got? We got Link's Awakening. Was that it?
Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, TMNT 2.
Pokemon Crystal, which has disappeared into the ether.
Pokemon Crystal. 3, right?
No, that was Genesis.
Tactics.
Yep. That's Game
It's
Boy Advance. We've got 3 Game Boy Advance. 2.
Well, oh yeah.
Ooh,
we'll
you know what? I'll throw this bonus game out here if we need a quick game. Super Mario Land 2.
Yeah.
As a game we have to tackle.
I want to do Mario 64 at some point. I know it's played out, but I've been hankering to play a 3D Mario.
I'll maybe finally beat that game because I think I quit when I was 11 because I couldn't beat that Magic Carpet Ride level.
That's one game I've never beaten. I've played it. I own it.
I watched speedruns for that one.
I have not gotten 120 stars. Fuck that.
That's like Majora's Mask. That's another game I'd love to add to the list. I've never played Majora's Mask.
Yeah, I played like an hour of it. I got it on 3DS. I think more guest stars in 2022 would be fun.
I would love that.
Ooh, goals.
Let's hear that. And not Carol, because John and I were joking around, Nick, about having Carol on, and we didn't think you'd be on board with that.
No. She just want to talk about her bowling game that she plays on her phone.
Do you guys remember those old handhelds by like Tiger Electronics where it was just like
I love
black
those
lines on like a pre-lit back screen, not pre-lit, but like pre-laid out?
Nikki got me one for my birthday.
Nice.
Really? What'd she get you?
She got me Jurassic Park.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I had a bowling one like that. I had a bowling one.
I had a Mega Man game.
Oh, that's another problem with our list. I failed us. I failed our listeners. There's no Mega Man on our list.
How?
I've got to do something about that next year. 2022. The fact that Nick has picked a Castlevania and I have not picked a Castlevania, and no one has picked a Mega Man, that's a problem for me. I failed people.
Mega Man 64.
Matt, you gonna have Mega Man X2 on our doorsteps?
No, it's a Super Nintendo. I've got to avoid that. I've got to avoid Super. Back myself into a corner. That's okay. I'll make do.
I mean, Mega Man 3, solid.
Super, right?
No, that's 2.
NES.
That was NES.
Oh, Mega Man 3. Yeah. What's better, 2 or 3?
I'm a 2 fan. Hardcore 2 fan.
2 seems to flow better.
People seem to like 3 more. I disagree.
John, you should pick Mega Man Soccer. Love that game.
Yeah. Matt and I beat that in college.
We save stated like motherfuckers.
Yep. And then it's gone. I had a copy for Super and it disappeared.
Wait, you legit had a copy?
Yeah.
What didn't John own and lose? That's a question for the ages.
Let's talk about
around a lot.
I just want to know what that game's worth right now today.
Not as much as you think.
Really? So it must be then obtainable still.
Like 70 last time I checked. I think I still have the fucking instruction manual.
The manual, no game.
Yeah. I lent it to somebody and
so
it went.
Well, the manual's worth $33. The game loose is worth $75.
Yeah. There we go. There's a goal for 2022. Find my manuals and all the games that I don't have anymore, I get back.
That's not going to happen. That's like I'm going to go to the gym every day. That's a shitty goal. You are not going to get back the thousands of dollars that you've just like carelessly thrown all over the universe.
Okay, there's only like 4 games that I don't have anymore that I have the manuals for.
Okay, what are they? Do you know them off the top of your head?
Oh, fuck. No, I don't know. Mega Man Soccer.
Well, that's $75 unless you can find someone that's stupid and does you have a yard sale.
Patrick has a couple of games of mine. I don't know. I was like, get better at Smash Brothers, so I gave him a copy of Melee, but then somebody else gave me Melee, so it all works out. Karmic Justice has been on my side with all these lots that I just get because I gave so much away.
You've had a banner year for pickups. I would say out of all of us, your pickups, you've had some bumper crops.
Yeah. I'm still going to parse out that last one that Matt and I got, and we got to take a look at them. Some of those I'm just going to sell. I don't need them, and it would bode well for my friend to support a hobby. I think they're going to start looking into doing crafting and all that. She's been making her own cards. She's been showing me they look good. So I'm like, I'll keep Venmoing you when I sell things, but I've been a little busy lately.
Yeah. But even then, that other lot that you had was stupid.
Oh,
the one with the Game Boy Color games where you just brush it off. Like people just generally pick up multiple $50 Game Boy games for free.
Yeah.
Like an asshole.
More to come, boys. More to come.
Nick's dump's been down, so a lot of his pickups have kind of dried. The first year we did this, it was like every time we get on to record, Nick would be like, "Oh, I got this, and I flipped it for $100." It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, Nick.
Hey, 2022 is coming. Means more
goals. The dump.
2022. Let's see what it brings me.
Prosperity.
So, John, you mentioned more guests. Sorry, I took us down a tangent.
Oh, yeah. We all have our friends that have played games with us. I have at least 3 that I think I could coerce into joining. I know Paul will come back. We just have to pick the right game. And I have to get him to block out some time because he's still a single guy in a condo in a fun city. So, he's probably having more fun than us.
This is what married people do with kids when there's a lockdown. That's...
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to have Paul back. I know we've got Dan on the docket coming up first thing, third thing in 2022.
Yeah, he's up for Knights of the Old Republic. He's definitely said that he'd jump on. He's played it a lot, so he probably knows more about it than we do. He's a very knowledgeable guy. Just setting the table here for the listeners. He has a memory like no other. He's never let me forget any stupid thing I've ever fucking done. So,
ever.
Cheers to that.
Nick, you can tap into an expert on PC gaming if his life settles down. But I know his schedule is. You were saying,
his schedule is pretty booked up. But if I can snag him for a night where he's not working or he has to go to bed, I think it'd be like a night that we might have to do a early recording almost.
Yeah.
We'd have to start at an hour early just to make sure we're done and good for a good time. But I keep on bringing it up to him as well, so I keep it on his mind at least. Because if we can, he'd be a wealth of knowledge on, anything pretty much Xbox and up. He knows. He introduced me to the Xbox. So I never actually played an Xbox game until I went to his house. And PC gaming, I didn't do PC gaming for there. I played a lot of PC gaming with him.
Yeah.
I've threatened Justin a couple times when we were drinking that I'd like to get him on to either do Command and Conquer or even a Halo. I think he liked doing a Halo. That would be right up his alley. But
yeah, one of those two. I never played Command and Conquer, but sounds fun.
Sounds, you could get RTS. The other Dan or even Corey on?
I think they think it's stupid. I know Corey would think it's stupid because Corey thinks podcasts as a whole are stupid.
Really? I would not think him.
He thinks the idea that someone would listen to someone else talk about something is stupid. Just as a whole, podcasts are stupid to him. So Corey's probably out.
He just learns by osmosis anyway, that guy.
That's what happens when you're smart. Really podcasts for the dumb people like us. Yep. I'll leave it at that. Dan, maybe, but the problem is Dan really didn't play a whole lot of other Dan. Didn't play a whole lot of. I don't think he played a whole lot of games. He's not really a gamer. He's playing Diablo 3 with us right now, but I don't know. A lot of my friends, it's weird because a lot of my friends their interests are so different. They're really not gamers. I don't really have a whole lot of gamer friends, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm literally talking to the other two. So it's just you and I think Nick.
Yeah, Big Nick.
I could get other Matt. We were playing some Nintendo 64 when I was visiting them in North Carolina. He'd be down for like a 64 game or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought. How about one of Dan's friends?
Hey, if they want to come on.
I mean, we have one listening.
That's a shocker. Because again, I didn't believe anyone listened to this. I saw the numbers. I don't believe the numbers, but I saw numbers. Numbers go up.
So, hey, you listening, you know who you are. Reach out.
I really want someone to give us some feedback or give, like, if somebody tells me something to do, I'll do it, you know? Like some fun random thing. Like
I think we have to bring back
and play Star Wars.
I think what's hard for us as well, as far as getting listeners, think about this. We don't really do much social media. 2, because we also don't let our personal lives even interact with this. So we keep our last name just because just some of the things we say may not be looked kindly on from our perspective, our jobs that we play. And we do. Mostly me. I might get you guys fired.
Yeah. 2019 way to shut down the podcast because Nick casually insulted a celebrity.
Yeah, there was very little Gwen in 21. That was a problem. Gwen,
So,
I think we need in 22 more gem games. Like anything that has a rock or a gem or insertions as a whole, that
You've
goes top of the
definitely toned
list.
it down, Nick, in your random tangents and crude language.
I guess my question to you guys, is that a good or bad thing? And
I don't know,
ask
but
you each separately.
Donkey Kong and Cave Story were like your 1-2. It was like Donkey Kong was like Nick is talking about sucking dicks the entire episode. And then Cave Story was like Nick's fucking furries the entire episode. And then after that, I think, John, you said something and he was just like, all right, maybe I'll stop talking about sucking dicks.
This is the only episode where Nick hasn't made a dick joke. Out of all 40 fucking episodes we've had.
It's coming. Don't worry.
Oh boy.
He's saving up. He's gonna pick some adult game, some adult themed game. Like, I don't know.
We got to put higher stakes on some of this shit, Nick. You and I love, and Matt, you know, we love our random side bets or tasks or like just random shit, right? Like that's the essence.
I think what we ought to do is
conversation.
When we pick a certain game, whoever picks the game ought to know enough about that game, but just by reading it. They don't have to have already played it, but just know enough to issue a challenge to the other people playing it. And I don't know, like maybe, you know, you got to play it on this difficulty setting, or maybe, you know, you've got to not skip this thing, or you can't save state, or I don't know. Some kind of thing that we can fight.
We gotta pick an Atari game so you can play with your foot.
I would like to do an arcade episode where we all pick an arcade game and then we fight each other on scores. Like maybe we come with 3 arcade games to talk about.
Like Turtles in Time.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say that I'll lose that.
I mean, like classic arcade.
Yeah.
Ooh, how classic
fucking
you thinking?
Dig Dug, bro. Let's go.
Like Pac-Man, Dig Dug, Galexian, Pole Position. You know, real classic arcade. You know, not like even I would say Street Fighter's too new. And we've never done our Mortal Kombat episode. We talked about that. We have so many episodes that we've pitched back and forth, like, oh, let's do this. We've never. Metal Gear Solid will never happen, but I remain confident we'll try and fail.
Just keep it on.
Keep it on.
Keep on keeping on.
One more thing for next year. I think I said this last year. I'd like us to have a website at some point.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Well, funds are finally being what they need to be in my household. Thank God, because I actually have a solid career right now. So I am down for that. Where I can actually start throwing money you guys' way. And I think a website would be good.
I think in order to get noticed, you got to have a website.
Yeah.
Like a proper website.
Proper, yeah.
What do you think of breaking into TikTok or other social media in just general?
I would defer to you.
Yeah.
I
don't get TikTok.
I'm too much of a fucking boomer for TikTok. I can't.
I'll gladly make a page and I'll do all the stuff. I mean, all it has to be is like, if you record yourself doing a video, I can learn of like playing a game or playing like a little thing, or like I did one where I posted on our Instagram of a cheat code, my first cheat code that I learned. So it could be literally a 15-second video of that, like, hey, here's my favorite cheat code that I always use, or hey, here's a sound I really like, and it could be like, for me, the most nostalgic sound turning on a Sega game. So hearing Sega. So it could be literally something like that. So if you want, I can handle the content and push out. If you guys have like a small little video, just send it my way and I'll post it and just have everything attached there.
I go on waves of social media where it's like, I want to post a bunch of stuff. And then like you'll see I'll post a ton of things and then I'll get distracted with like my own personal social media and I'll be inflammatory.
Like I'm going to post a game right now tonight after we finish this up of how I fucking think John is wrong about Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh, it's the wrongest John's ever been. Well,
I'll post on TikTok and I'll post it on our Instagram.
I think if I become a little bit more involved in Reddit and I get enough karma, I could post in retro gaming and probably get us some listeners. But then they'd be like,
"How about
you guys are fucking stupid."
Because it is getting late. So let's get this agenda up, and let's make our 2022 goals. Our 22, what do they call them? Your New Year, our 2022 New Year's resolutions for gaming. What we want to do for this podcast.
And you know what I forgot to do, which I did last year actually. But we went down through our list and we picked what games we actually beat. And then I put a bunch of clown faces knowing that we did not beat even a fraction of the games that we were supposed to.
Oh, fuck.
So I'll be collecting that from you guys. I don't expect good results.
No, dude, I checked out this year.
Let's see. I beat...
Was Harmony Destinies last year? Because I beat that one.
Yeah, that was 2020.
What about Final Fantasy Tactics? Was that last year too?
Yep. I haven't beaten a game since Mother 3. Mother 3 was the last game I've beaten.
I didn't beat Mother 3. I came close.
I beat Super Metroid.
Yep. I beat Sonic. I didn't beat Sonic. I didn't beat it.
I beat Sonic 2.
I beat Beyond Good and Evil.
Didn't beat that.
Yeah, I beat that.
I think I beat Terra Enigma.
Didn't beat Terra. Jesus. This is not looking good.
This was a bad year. This was not a good... We did not beat Super Ghouls and Ghosts without saying
none of us.
I did because of Rewind.
I beat Racer. I beat Star Wars Episode 1 Racer.
I beat Quackshot.
Yeah.
I beat Maximum Carnage. Actually, wait. I have beaten a couple games. I've beaten the last two games I selected. So I beat Maximum Carnage. And I beat Quackshot. And before that, I also beat Claymates. Well.
So, like, you're literally keeping our average up.
Yeah.
I have not beat a whole lot. More RPGs next year. I think I'm gonna have to throw in. I think that's it. We have no. You have KOTOR coming up, John. That's a good one. But beyond that, I want more RPGs. I mean, we seem to have a good time when we do an RPG. Like I had a ton of fun doing Mother.
Yeah.
See, I like games that we can actually play also on handhelds too, or they have a handheld version.
Yeah.
That's where I need to get myself a PSP.
Love PSP. I mean, if you got a PSP, you just cramming PS1 games. You can crush PS1.
Well, that's why I'm a fan of actually having my Switch, is be able to play any game that typically is within the Nintendo or SNES era that's on there. Play it.
Yeah. We don't have enough Final Fantasy. We're gonna have to fix that next year.
I didn't say
Matt,
it.
did you ever beat 2?
No, I never beat 2.
Me neither.
I would make you guys play Final Fantasy X for PlayStation 2, because that would be a cringe anime game. That would be right in that. Oh my god, that's it.
Is that also a game that they had a movie like pretty much right after too? The animation movie?
It was around that time.
I'll watch the movie.
And that actually, you can get Final Fantasy X on your Switch if you bought it. I might throw that on and do a Final Fantasy X. I've never played it. I own it. Just to make John would be so fucking pissed at that. I'm going to do that. Add that to the list. So double episode for me, Final Fantasy X. Wow, that's
going
solid.
to be a background game, definitely, because I hear that game is fairly long.
That's definitely a two episode thing. So I get bonus points, and I don't know. I bet I can get it. Well, no, John's gonna want to play it on Switch. I'll say I definitely can get it for under $20 on eBay. But that would check off my cringe anime game. I count that as
dirt
cringe
cheap.
anime.
I play it because it's got Final Fantasy in it.
All right. Well, anything else you guys want to tackle tonight? I was the only other thing I was thinking of is like stuff that important retro gaming stuff that happened throughout the year. But honestly, 21 I wasn't all that excited for. It's like a lot of big stuff happened in 20.
Yeah.
There was some good translations that popped up. So like Saturn's coming of age. Homebrew scene was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The Switch expansion we bitched about.
Yeah. I'd like to tackle one of those games that they've made with old gen cartridges.
So you'd amend the definition. That's a good question. That's huge. So you would amend if it runs on old hardware, you'd allow it.
Well, we could do like a special, just a one-off. You know, like I know there was whatever that Indiana Jones knockoff game on the Super was, and then there's like a Contra type game on the regular Nintendo that I just saw. I gotta dig a little deeper on Reddit to keep up with some things.
The homebrew scene is insane. It seems like it's on Genesis. It's picked up. Dreamcast has always had a very healthy homebrew scene.
Interesting.
It's dead on the Super Nintendo. Dead on. It's like on those consoles, the translation scene is pretty hefty. But for some reason, like homebrew, NES, Genesis, Dreamcast. That's where I see stuff happening. Well, there, Nick, do you want to take us out for the last time in 2021? Unless we have our gusto and we decide we're going to play another episode, which I don't have high hopes for, but it could happen. Do you want to close out for the last time?
His computer finally crapped out.
Did it really?
I was like, man, it's quiet.
Dude, that is amazing.
He left on a whim.
I think we just end the episode right there. Just call it,
guys.
No sign off. Oh, he's back.
Yeah, we did it good.
We were joking around, Nick, about having it cut completely. Yeah, like because it was John and I saying, "Hey, Nick, take us out," and then you weren't there.
Oh, so okay.
Unless you got other things you want.
Yeah, let's finish up. You can listen to us on any place where you listen to a podcast: Stitcher Radio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Any place you like to listen to us, give us a listen. Please rate us. Please comment. If you have any feedback, give it back. John loves the rude stuff, so yell him out specifically. Please follow us on Spindash Retro at our Instagram account as well as our Twitter account. Look into our Instagram and our Twitter for links to join our Discord. We'll get that up and going. Make sure that's all going tonight. Yeah. Thank you for the 2021, guys. Been a great year. Can't wait for 2022.
Yeehaw. Happy New Year.
Yes, indeed.
Drink up, boys. And hold your ankles and kiss your asses. We're going to have a wild ride.
What?
Oh,
hold
I also
your ankles
wait.
And kiss your asses?
Yep. Also,
what?
Insert dick joke.
Kiss your asses. It's 2022.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
All right.